But all right. So I'm going to be checking out another discussion video where obviously they're going to be talking about the most America's most offensive anime dub. And which anime are they talking about? They're talking about Ghost Stories. And obviously, like, the little rundown about Ghost Stories is that it's a whole adventure about 4 kids where obviously they are checking out in every episode that there's something that goes with ghosts and everything else. And this is where it gets even weird because obviously, like, they're trying to find ways to exorcise the ghosts and get them sent back to where they came from. But that's all good and all, but that's in sub. But when you hear it in dub, it's the same thing, but with a little more spice into it. And you'll understand why if they showcase it more.
Eons ago, in a land far more based and
but we're getting way more exposition.
An anime that millions of young Japanese children were excited for. It was an adaptation of a classic series that was being produced by the team behind Naruto, Bleach, and more. But upon release, tragedy had struck. The anime was garbage. The whole thing was a catastrophe. So the Japanese heads behind the show grew desperate. They scrambled to turn a profit of the show. If only we could sell it to America. They tried selling off the show to all the American distributors. However, the show was so bad, no one buys it. They approached Geneon, Central Park Media, ADV, ADV.
Who took it?
And by the third try, negotiations had a breakthrough.
By ADV?
All right, we'll sell it to you guys, and you can do whatever you want with the dub. You said what now?
Oh, that's what went over. Oh shit! So that's dude. That is actually hilarious how this whole backstory went of saying that. So they made what's it called, the anime. People didn't like it, so they were like saying, "Oh, let's give it overseas and give it to America." Some offers didn't work, but obviously one of them did manage to take out the third try, but obviously we gave them the whole rule. Go hog wild with it. Like, it's a trash one that people didn't like, but we liked it because we put in our heart and effort. But go ahead, work on it with your magic with what's it called, the dub.
You guys can do whatever you want with the dub. Change what people say, whatever. I want to make fun of Mexicans. I don't. I said,
oh my
God. I want to make fun of Mexicans, Persians, gays, blacks, Asians, especially Asians. Matter of fact, I've been waiting for someone to say something like this. Get your pen out.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Sold. As long as they didn't change the names of the characters or the method that they kill ghosts, ADV could do anything they wanted, leading to perhaps the earliest example of an abridged series. It was edgy, unscripted, nonsense, but most of all, it was funny.
No. Like, see, that's so ADV, I guess, is the one that made like all these like weird, what's it called, out of pocket, what's it called, dubs. Bro, that is insane. Like, obviously, like that is a very interesting concept. The fact that if you want an anime to sound freaking crazy and all out, send it to ADV. Bro, that is so insane. But like insane, like everything like did sound hilarious. Like the way that they went with like the whole process of ghosts.
Perfect. It's in Japanese. Wait, that's Chinese.
An official English dub of this nature is something we'll probably never see again. That's what everybody believes about the show, but it might all be bull spread through a maze of misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Stephen Foster at the time was the ADR director of ADV. They basically convert Japanese script into another language. The key here is that Stephen is known for fucking around with this process.
Alright, so obviously like you see that version, and obviously this is like the ADV, or basically like how they would take it.
Kazawa worries about you more than anybody else.
You don't give this man
what the fuck? Bro! No! Dude, that is not okay. What the hell, bro? Bro, this is like such a freaking back then time where obviously like where they would say like the most crazy out of pocket things, but like if they were to say it now in 2023, they would be canceled. Dude, that is so, oh my gosh, dude, that is so dumb.
And unlimited freedom. They did and Steven went to work on the script. Ghost Story's entire script basically didn't exist. Steven just made shit up. Like a boss. That's how I do my scripts. Notice how I don't cite sources? Then came rolling in the voice actors, and they had some real heat entering the studio. Vic Mignogna, Greg Ayers, I hate that guy's voice, Monica Rial, this lady, Chris Patton. The roster was stacked. So
Adam
with all this
Sandler.
talent, the process for making jobs evolved.
I said that I
They
was
would
gonna
agree
wait
with the
for
script, but
them
here's
to
where the
play
magic happened. Whoever came
Gangnam
to the studio
Style.
first would do or say whatever they wanted, and the rest of the team had to
Run!
work with it.
No, but you don't.
Oh, I love this one. Run!
Run! She's a ghost and a bitch!
Everyone wanted to top each other and
The
be funnier
freaking
than the
ghost
last. This
hog
unique
wild.
process completely
I should do
overhauled
script
the
like the
characters,
non-script
plot,
LFML.
everything, and it somehow worked. Monica's character, originally a fearless psychic, well, she had a questionable past.
Oh my gosh, dude. So apparently she's a psychic in the sub, but in the the dub, she's like, what's it called?
And then turned to Jesus.
Yeah.
Before I met Jesus, I was really f***ed up. No, and a slut.
It's just like
And
real
a
life.
slut.
They gave a cute little brother a learning disability.
That is so awesome. You'll risk your own life to
Yes,
save
they
your
even
little
give.
brother.
The nerd character
Oh my
became a
gosh.
frugal Jew stereotype, and the voice actors would commit to these bits so hard. But I can talk about this all day. Who cares? Let's actually watch.
Yeah, like, dude, like, obviously, if you see what's it called, this anime in sub, you will understand that it's so much different. But like when you see this thing in dub, it's like a whole different anime, bro. It's a whole different anime. Like we might check it out again, but this time like in reaction form, like actually react and put some thought into it. But like, bro, this is actually so stupid. The first
Ghost
episode.
Stories is centered around 6 main characters, but the main one is named Satsuki. Satsuki and her brother are moving
English
into their
form
dead mom's
of
old
funny,
neighborhood.
but
It starts off
but
extremely tame.
Japan.
She meets a bunch of neighborhood kids stumbling into an abandoned school facility. But this is a haunted story after all. Thanks to the voice actors, things finally get scary.
You're such brave, strong, handsome men.
Okay.
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
No, I'm Jewish.
I just want to make sure that-
Oh yeah, and the statue
Oh
moves so
my
they all
God.
freak out or whatever. Then all the characters get tormented by haunted
It's
stuff.
just like these
talking dogs.
out-of-pocket
Scissors.
moments.
It's called Ghost Stories because every episode is a story about a different ghost. This time
Yeah.
we face Amanajaku. He haunts people.
Yeah, that's the one that literally revolves around this whole anime. It's like saying, "Oh, this is the one that's gonna focus about everything."
Just because, but it turns out Satsuki might have the key to stopping him.
Principals always look like lesbians.
No, wrong key.
Mom,
Huh.
Mom?
Satsuki's mom was a lesbian, a ghost hunter of some sort. And
Was
all
a
the ghosts
what?
sealed away years ago are escaping.
Say it
Luckily,
again?
She left a book behind detailing how to seal them back up. So they do it, and the big scary ghost gets sealed inside their cat. That's pretty much how every episode plays out. A ghost appears, the team spends half the episode finding excuses for them to not immediately pull out her mother's diary and exercise it, seal the ghost, rinse it.
That's
out.
like at the
So
end.
you can easily see why the cast decided to change some stuff around. I'm sure.
okay, like if you were to go with the basis of like now, like obviously like this is basically like a horror film or more a horror show where obviously like all the characters have like no point of brain cell until like they find a little spark that literally tells them, "Oh, you know what I got? My mother's diary," and that thing had the whole script of what to do.
Actually a lesbian that Momoko met at a gay conversion camp. That was improv. This part
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
was actually this.
何かそこに
While on the first
But like
episode,
they went
clearly tried
fast.
to
Oh my gosh, did you not see that? Like obviously like we're gonna repeat that. Zaza. You know it.
in that Momoko met at a
Such
gay
100%
conversion camp.
in Smash Bros.
That was improv. This part
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
was actually this.
何かそこに
While on the
Like see the freaking the lion wolf going of it was so fast. Thank you for the follow. Caliber Quando Pringle. What the hell are you talking about, Illigor?
first episode, they clearly tried to maintain some of the original plot. Each episode falls further into madness. Here's the first 3 minutes of episode 9.
Oh, she greases
Oh.
more palms than you know who.
We need more weirdos like her in this school. She's like a Mexican doing all the jobs white people don't want.
She has no friends, but
The story about a girl missing her dead pet
Oh
becomes
my
a story
gosh.
about a girl her rabbit.
Yes, it's so freaking sus. Dude, this whole episode was so sus. We need Latina mamas. True.
When he died, I was so sad
True.
that I would never hear that voice.
Oh, I love this
His
scene.
laugh, his funny little requests,
Touch me.
No,
his reprimands.
Touch me harder.
no.
I had to bring it back to life!
One episode, the dad
Oh
gets
my-
his bitten off by a doll. Here's
What?
Ketchiro ranting about how hot Raven from Teen Titans was. So
No way.
obviously, this man isn't nearly as retarded as they all say. Ghost stories can seem chaotic as a bystander, but
Hello? What did he say
forms as
about
you watch.
Raven?
The plot about Satsuki's mom being gay gets worked back into the plot as if it were all planned.
The best improv does this stuff. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Curb Your Enthusiasm, among others.
You end up with some really genuine moments. So many jokes call back to events that were happening at the time, like Hurricane Katrina, George Bush being evil. It does sometimes end up being the Gex of anime.
Someone call Canada. We need Alanis Morissette.
The fuck is an Atlantis thermostat?
Exactly. This is what I didn't understand. Like when I was watching like this whole thing, like I watched this whole series, like from beginning all the way to end, and I was like saying, bro, what are these references? Like I get some of them that they were talking about because obviously like you grow up and you hear these like in news or in articles or in memes being brought back again. But like there were so many references that I didn't even understand what the hell they were talking. Like obviously like that whole Alanis Morissette joke that they were trying to give off. I did not understand what was that reference to. Like I was so out of the loop.
Dated references
And there's
aside,
other ones.
the candor from the voice actors bleeds into the show. They talk like us normal people. One episode, they actually said the dollar store.
I don't know why they feel the need to use generic names in TV shows.
You'd be like, oh, the dollar president, Dollar Tree. No, bro, it's the dollar store. Look at this guy. He talks just like me.
You stupid, selfish slut!
The characters have me rolling,
You
so before I talk
stupid,
about why this stuff is
selfish
important,
slut.
I want to...
Rewatch my favorite episode.
My favorite episode is centered around a poor, severely mentally handicapped child, much like myself and SpongeBob. Ketchiro
And
gets
SpongeBob.
convinced to join the track team to gain some confidence in himself. The issue
Oh my gosh. I think I know why he... dude, this whole episode was... Oh my gosh. No. This is where the meme started recurring because of this whole ass episode.
is also the best part of the episode. Every single character is a terrible person. They're constantly
Yeah.
putting this poor kid down while training him in genius ways.
There you
Think of
go.
a big black man chasing you!
What? He said what?
Well, he's not racist.
A
Well, he's
scary
not
ghost begins
racist.
running beside Ketchiro,
I know.
and suddenly his time is 2 seconds faster. But everything isn't all good. The arrival of the ghost stirs up all sorts of spooky misfortune.
what the
and
hell?
the worst part, the principal is considering canceling the sports festival because of it.
He's like,
Can't
don't.
cancel the festival. One little retarded boy has his heart set on this thing.
Whoa, you can't
Wait,
say
but
that.
I swear. Ketchiro begins bonding with the ghost.
I really enjoyed running with you today. Don't you have any money for shoes?
No.
Did the Crips beat you up and take yours too?
Yes,
Oh.
you heard that correctly. It is now canon that Ketchiro was beaten up by the Crips and had his shoes stolen.
Oh
the ghost
my
reveals that he had a friend who
gosh.
ran track.
Dude,
he
this
wasn't
is
good, just
so-
like Ketchiro, but he gave it his all.
Oh
And the poor kid was hit in a car accident before he could even compete. Elsewhere, we find out that Ketchiro's ghost friend is a goat that chops off little boy feet and keeps them, and it'll happen if Ketchiro runs at the sports festival. So no one truly gives a shit. They don't give Ketchiro a heads up or anything.
They
until
give
the
him,
last
like-
moment. When they get
they say at
trapped,
the
ghost
end.
reveals his evil plot and heads right for Ketchiro. Ketchiro
They
takes
literally
his
do
last
everything at the end.
retarded little breaths and tells the ghost that he's going to win that race for his dead friend. And that was very touching to me for some reason, even though it probably wasn't supposed
Dude, that
to
was
be.
so
I'm glad the
wholesome. Like the
episode
fact
could
that
end
a
on good
ghost
note.
literally had to help you
Car
out.
accident. Must have been hit by an old Chinaman.
Oh yeah, the show is
It's problematic. Yeah. It's very problematic.
These stories will always have a legendary status in the anime community because there will never be something in this form again. It's terrifying to people born in 1999 and after. There's
Oh, so it was something that was in the... yeah, I think it was true that it was 1999. But like I'm saying, like in the early 2000s, like literally like anything like was said, like you literally heard, what's it called, Jackie Chan say the N-word in Rush Hour, and yet like we're going into now, we're like saying, oh my god, Jackie Chan said the N-word, let's cancel him. Bro, this was said way before. If you had such an issue, freaking solve it like in the same era, not in the freaking different now era. Gosh, freaking little snowflake.
the F word.
You're a why the you
Yeah, the F word, like it was
The
literally
R
said.
word.
Stupid ghost made it rain? That's
It doesn't matter
my
if you and
God.
I or the majority
He
of
literally
people
didn't
watching
censor
this
the
video
other
think
ones.
these jokes are funny and refined. Do you think these dork big shots will allow a rogue team to make completely unregulated dubs on their paychecks? Forget the corporations. Most famous people in general apologize for jokes just like these. Not because they actually feel bad, but because they want to remain the #1 guy. Or their demographic is young teens that seek the satisfaction of drama but don't have the friend groups to actually satisfy that desire, so they copy.
He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo.
On this topic, Monica Rial
He's a
said,
creep.
"This show's whole purpose was to make everyone angry. We wanted to be equal opportunity offenders. To me, this demonstrates that there really is no malintent with the edgy humor. That's not too dissimilar with what I do in my own videos. You want
Yeah, like obviously, like when it comes to like freaking edgy jokes, like it's obviously just for people that understand that type of like what's it called, comedy, to be like, haha, I do get it. It's so freaking hilarious. I know he's not saying it like out of freaking like the realism, like saying that, oh, like this joke, and like, oh my gosh, like, no, you were being serious. Well, I don't think I should talk with you. But yeah, like obviously these are just edgy jokes, but obviously the edgy jokes are being now a bigger thing. And obviously, like, I've seen a content creator talk about this, saying that edgy jokes are not gonna go with you being a pedo. And obviously, like, now, like, you can't say an edgy joke without like you being named as a pedo. So obviously, yeah, that's gonna be a yikes moment for people that want to say edgy jokes.
want everyone to laugh at each other's and themselves. I respect that style, Monica. Bitch. Whoa, okay.
You
thought
need
this
to
was
leave.
women's turn this week. Anyways, these white...
What? Everyone is lying about ghost stories?
In doing my
about
research,
what?
everyone's story was consistent. Ghost Stories was originally a terrible anime that no one wanted. After the hilarious dub, the anime started doing so well, the Japanese even took rights back to ride that wave of success.
Really? No way. They're like saying, bro, if they actually heard this, that'd be actually hilarious. That is hilarious. The fact that they're saying, whoa, you actually said all these outrageous things. Well, freaking, like, give us back our freaking project. Like, we'll keep your dub, but we'll give you the paycheck out of it. But, like, no way.
Monica Rial, Craig Ayers, Vic Mignogna, and Stephen Foster will all tell you this. No, not him. Anyone but that man.
The Reddit.
Annie Mayer, please don't keep perpetuating these falsehoods. Ghost Stories did just fine in Japan. AV simply didn't have a lot of oversight from the Japanese IP holders.
Do you have a source for that?
Do you have a source for me being wrong?
So I brushed it off for a little while, and
Oh gosh, dude, but it's always these Reddit like things that like are saying, oh, like I am right. This is how I feel. That's a definite I
encountered this idea again and again. Maybe almost every YouTube video is wrong about this whole thing. Here's the other side. Ghost Stories was actually a classic novel series written in the 80s. This story was so popular they had tons of spin-offs. The live-action adaptation did especially well. So when the 2000 anime finally came out, there's evidence of it performing higher than Dragon Ball and even Pokemon at the time of that.
Yikes, that is no way.
Came out. There's evidence of it performing higher than
even better than Dragon Ball. Shit, dude, that is crazy. The fact that Ghost Stories was so popular than Dragon Ball and Pokemon.
Dragon Ball and even Pokemon.
Dude, that is insane. The fact that Ghost Stories was way more bigger than these two. Like, we're talking about Pokemon, something that kids grew up with and watching, and even I did growing up. And also Dragon Ball, something that I also grew up watching. That is crazy. That one anime that people saw as trash, but then got revamped into a dub that did so much better, defeated these two greats. Yikes.
At the time, with average viewer ratings of 12
Chessboard
to
Goku.
14%.
Of course.
They even dropped a special episode after the show was concluded. Do they normally do that for shows that bomb? Among other evidence.
Wait, they actually dropped a special episode? What? I gotta find that.
It became unlikely that Ghost Stories actually performed as bad as they made it out to. So where does this idea come from? Well, it kinda all circles back to the one guy I mentioned earlier, Stephen Foster, who changed his name to Steve7N, but I'll keep pronouncing it Steven, as I do not know how to pronounce the 7. Steven is known for
Steven.
really messing with dubs.
Do not let Stephen Foster touch anything else.
And I mean, really messing with his dubs.
Stephen Foster, fuck it, and just flips a table and just says fuck it, desync in about like a half a second.
He changes key elements of the characters.
And I want to kill something.
The tone.
Stop! Please!
He lets the voice actor say whatever feels most natural, even if it doesn't fit the lip flaps.
I can't.
Oh my god! I want you to look at the pic of me, and I want you to look at kiss your body.
Enjoy
What?
The series when you up
Hey,
my
yo, that is
fucking
sus.
He's so known for doing this stuff, it has a name. Fosterizations. Normally one would reflect and be like, huh, maybe I am changing up the anime too much. Steven loves fosterizations. He even uses the term in his book. He also loves to boast about ghost stories. Twitter bio, I am a legend. His website, 4 trillion, 8 quintillion, chuckle nut trillion people think it's the best dub ever produced.
Oh, so now they have like a whole concept that if there's like a literal person that has the same energy as this guy, Stephen Foster, and obviously like since this guy has literally like did so much with ghost stories, and obviously like a lot of people are saying, holy crap, it's like the best dub I've heard because like it's hilarious and it's edgy and it's all that. Like that's literally like what's going on in here. But obviously like they have a concept now that if he were to touch any sort of media, whether it's something that's obviously that requires a dub, like they know that it's called fosterization because the people know that he will mess that shit to like a big extent. Oh god.
And while on one hand it's like, yeah, come on, it was pretty good. On the other, it leads us to this lady's theory. Stephen Foster, the guy who's known for tweaking dubs to his own liking, wanted the freedom of his own dub. He lied about Ghost Stories performing poorly. He lied to Vic, Monica, Greg, and the entire world to get this dub done.
He's a freaking
I
villain.
don't buy that at all. Few men in history control.
I'd let
such a
him
level.
dub my
I heard him
anime.
speak a little on the podcast, and the dude is chill. He's proud of Ghost Stories, as he should goddamn be. And I think he has this dad thing going on where he's not entirely self-aware, so a lot of what he says can be interpreted as snobby over text. He's also mad gay, so he's allowed to make those jokes earlier. I mean,
Oh my
he's
gosh, that's
worked
a
hard.
fire
It'd
pick.
be bigoted for me to not laugh at him. What I think is far more likely is this. A company called Animax actually did their own English dub way before this one. It was completely normal. You know what? These dubs are actually quite similar. It's likely that this English dub
Dude, like that dub sounded so weird. Bro, it sounded like they were on the mic and they were screaming at it. Bro.
did perform shittily, so they began talks with ADV. It was common at the time to throw in an anime for free during bulk deals. It makes sense that Ghost Stories, which ADV wasn't charged a licensing fee for, was that free anime. So the middleman in all this is thinking of what to do with this damn show, and he realizes there's only one man who can do the dub. Stephen
Foster.
To their knowledge, there's already been an English dub, the show performed poorly, and there are extremely loose guidelines for localizing. It makes perfect sense that ADV would be like, Stephen, we need you to do what you do best.
Fosterize it.
And it turned out amazing, and the rest is history. Or none of that happened. I wasn't there. There's a ton of evidence pointing towards
Or
the
none of
show
that
doing
happened.
well in
I don't
Japan. We can glean parts of Stephen personalities and so on, but we might never know for sure what happened. If you'd like more information on this topic, I've stolen a lot of points from Mercury Falcon. Check it out. Or check me out. I reply to comments. I make videos about manga, anime, whatever this is. Thanks for watching. But before I leave, a message from Nord, our sponsor.
Oh no, we're not. What's it called? Taking the sponsor because we're not getting paid. McSpicin, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Welcome, bro. Oh, dude, this whole revolve of what's it called? Ghost Stories being, what's it called? The edgiest anime that's ever existed. Like, there's has been a bunch of them, and literally, like, this one in particular, the first one that I've ever watched that was so edgy with the dub, I loved it overall. Like, I will give my opinion. I loved it. Like, even though, like, yes, it's problematic now in 2023 because of the fact that there's a whole bunch of, what's it called, snowflakes that can't take a freaking joke. Yeah. But, like, overall, nobody knows, like why it got so successful. Nobody knows. There's a whole bunch of mixed feelings. It could be the jokes. It could be the dub. It could be the whole storyline with the dub. I don't know. But overall, I loved it. What a amazing documentary about America's most offensive anime, Dub, by AMV.